All right, it looks like we're back here. Saigon Superfights.
Sorry for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. We had a problem with our microphone and our sound system, but we are back up for all I know. And please let us know if you can hear us or if the audio cuts out again in the chat, because it would be much appreciated if we can get this running smoothly.
For those of you who are just tuning in, my name is Kerry Wass, one of the owners of Vietnam Pro Wrestling, Vietnam's official professional wrestling promotion. And I am joined here today by none other than
Miles Evans. We are here to commentate and witness, and I'm even fighting later on Saigon Superfights 3. We just had another matchup, and there's more underway.
Today is a special day. It's Saigon Superfights 3, brought to you by Saigon Saga, and the man in the ring right now, his name is Zach Crush. Today's challenge, bet on yourself. Every competitor today has submitted, whether it be $500K to enter today's live event, and the winner of the match, they leave with 1 million VND for the prelims. And in our main card, you leave with 1.5 million VND if you bring home the victory. It's all about gambling on yourself. We're in our prelims right now, where we're having competitors at different varying stages of experience compete against one another. Miles, what a day.
What a day indeed. At the moment, we have another fight coming up soon. It should be a good one. Zach is announcing our fighters now.
In this match, no heel hooks. No heel hooks.
As Zach has just said, this match has agreed to no heel hooks. There are straight ankles. Not on the regular rules of this fight card, but it is okay because the fighters have agreed on it together.
Sorry, can you clarify what just happened?
So there's a certain move called a heel hook, which cranks the ACL and the knee, has been not allowed for this fight. Both fighters have agreed. They do not want heel hooks in this fight, so they will not have heel hooks in this fight. And that is one of the great things about Saigon Saga, is that we can agree on what kind of fights we want within this promotion.
The competitor from the blue corner coming out aggressive. Showing a lot of strength on top.
Well, he's stuck in the guard right now, and he's got that left side, that right arm trapped. So he's going to try and once again create the space, trying to stand up and pass here. But it's not going to work too well if the bottom player can keep him in and keep that guard closed. They pressure up and they stand up back again. The red corner pulls guard. He keeps standing up.
The atmosphere electric here in Ram Muay Thai in District 2 Saigon. An unbelievable turnout here today, not just competitors, but audience as well. Here to support their fellow teammates. Here to witness history in the making, Saigon Superfights 3.
And it only ramps up as well as more people walk through the door every minute that we sit here watching these fights.
For anyone in the community across Vietnam, if you're looking for the best stage in the country to come and show off your medal, you come here. You come to Saigon Superfights. The crowd reacting strong to the aggression. He's got the neck, Miles.
He's got the neck. He sits back to the choke. It looks tight if you ask me. The match seems to slow down a little bit, but he has that choke in, and we're going to see how long he can last with it. Not showing many descent signs from the choke. He seems to be surviving pretty well. Now he's out, posturing up, trying to break that guard and pass. Although the amount of noise from the audience was impeccable there. The atmosphere definitely keeps ramping up the more fights we go into.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, Miles. This is the most electric this crowd has been today. We can see family members on the apron. We can see coaches on the apron. We can see random people just wanting a good seat by standing on the apron. And that's what it's all about here.
And it's only going to get louder and louder. The more bigger names we get, when we get Lion champions in, and when we get bigger fighters and professionals, it's going to be absolutely amazing.
And let's pull back the curtain here, Miles. It's scorching hot in here as well. I feel like I'm taking a hot yoga class, and there's a long way to go yet.
For sure, yeah.
Two minutes left to go in this contest. Oh, it looks like he's trying to get on his back. Oh, he's got his neck.
He doesn't have the neck, you see, but he has that seatbelt grip. It's going to allow him to keep him on his back and allow him to keep him there and stay where he is in that dominant position where he can look for submissions and looking for choke. Not if the green fighter escapes right now. They're back on the feet. The way I see this is it's going to go to a decision soon.
Founder Zach challenging these two gentlemen. He's saying, bring it, boys. Bring the aggression. And I say, amen to that.
And remember, the more aggressive the fighter is, the better they do on the judges' scorecards. He has another choke. I'd say the right corner is definitely up on the scorecards right now with the amount of submissions that he's attempted, with the amount of positions he's dominated. It seems to be a good fight, very evenly matched. And not being able to finish. He flips him over, but he's still got that head and arm. Working for the back again, trying to get those hooks in. Falls back. Hasn't got a choke, but he's got the seatbelt and hand grips.
I have massive respect for these two gentlemen. They have come out here and their goal is to win the match. And that's what Zach Crush, the founder of this competition, said when he started it. He said, bring it. If you want to come and fight in Saigon Superfights, I stand corrected, this is where you do it. You bring your best, you try to win the match, and both of these two gentlemen, they are wanting to leave with that million V&D and have a happy Sunday. That's what I'm talking about right now.
55 seconds.
These fighters trying to wear each other down, trying to make each other make mistakes, opening up submission opportunities, but it just isn't happening. They're both fighting well, they're both defending well, and I think this is going to go to a long decision.
It's very clear as well that with it being so far into the match, Miles, the sweat is starting to play a factor, quite slippery. We're in the final few seconds of this match.
Both fighters will stand back up. They're going to look for that more aggressive. They're going to try and finish in a dominant position or finish being more aggressive to look good in the judges' eyes. Amazing match. No submission.
Both contestants showing a sign of respect. That was an exciting match. I would say from the perspective of both contestants really going for it, very equally matched. That's probably the closest contest we've seen today. I'm not sure who's going to take home this victory. Both guys really showing a lot of heart. Miles, I'm not sure who you're picking, but we're about to find out.
We're about to find out from our organizer and the man who put this event together, from Zach.
After 6 minutes, the judges unanimous decision. Winner from Saigon Superfights.
That is another victory for Sohang Jiu-Jitsu coming out of the red corner. And what matchup do we have next? So now it looks like we have another matchup from Soy Jiu-Jitsu. Trang Fan Yat against Tommy, who is one of our up-and-coming
Welcome back. Welcome back to Saigon Superfights. If you can give me in the chat a thumbs up if you can hear us once again. We apologize for the mic cutting in and out. I am here with you today. My name is Kerry Wass from Vietnam Pro Wrestling. Honored to be calling the fights here at the home of the best grappling in all of Vietnam. This is called Saigon Superfights 3.
Let's go, guys. I want to see more action. I want to see more action, guys.
Founder Zach Crush in the ring, willing the opponents to fight it. To fight for it. Zach doing in-ring commentary, a first of its kind. Thank you to Free Care for letting us know that we have sound. Miles, we are back in business like a post-pandemic mom and pop shop.
Yes, indeed, we are back in business. At the moment, we have Ivan trying to work on that top. He's got that head in him, he's got the arm. He's really trying to work. He had the buggy choke earlier. I don't think it was tight enough for him to tap. Well, obviously not. But he's working at the moment. Both fighters stand back up to their feet. If you can't tell already from his clinch work, Ivan is a Muay Thai fighter, and he often looks for that high collar tie, and he stands at that high stance. He's a very good grappler, and we're going to see how he works. I've trained with him multiple times, and he always seems to prove that he's a tough guy and that he can fight.
3 minutes left.
3 minutes left in this match, and one of the things I want to articulate, I've said this earlier in the stream, but I want to say it again. One of the key factors of today's competition that is working against these opponents, these battle-tested warriors, is the heat in this room. I am sweating. Miles is sweating. Every person in here is sweating. It is not cold in here. In fact, it's the exact opposite. We're here in Ram Muay Thai in District 2, and the atmosphere is electric. A who's who of the grappling community have come out to support, to cheer on the growing scene of grappling here in Saigon, Vietnam.
Ivan stands back up there. He almost had the back at one point, but now he's just looking to be more aggressive and to prove to the judges that he deserves to win this fight and to win this 1 million Vietnamese dong.
Do you know who these two contestants are?
I know Ivan personally through training with him through Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, and he really is a great fighter, but his opponent seems to be a very worthy opponent, putting off all of his attacks and defending and coming back with his own. He's doing very well at the moment, and we're going to see. I don't know how to score this. Ivan has a classic style wrestling, head and arm, trying to pass the guard, but if he lets that go, he's going to give up his back.
The reason these fighters are fighting as hard as they are today is for one reason: victory and a cash reward. The winner of today's contest, they will get 1 million VND. They get stood back up to face in the middle of the ring.
For those who can't see, they got stuck inside of the ropes, and that is not a fun place to be. And our organizer, Zach, is going to try and bring them back into the middle, where it's more of an even playing field. That is one of the aspects about the ring that is so interesting, is that there's nowhere to run. There is walls, there is rings, there is ropes, and you can't get away from your opponent.
Zach Crush, the creator of this event, hands-on in all ways, more than one. The founder of this event, and literally getting involved in making sure that these two fighters today are in the right position before they start their match again.
And he will be fighting later on our main event against Michael Cox as well. That should be a good matchup. Ivan working from the bottom here. He's stuck in north-south. His opponent seems to have good top pressure, playing into him, trying to get him to stay still so he can find a submission. But Ivan does not yield. He keeps moving. He keeps trying to move. He seems to be taking a break at the moment. Maybe I spoke too soon.
This must be extreme. Oh, amazing transition out of that.
Transitions away from him. He's making the space. He might try and stand up here. Ivan's opponent trying to pummel in and get into that space. He passes the guard.
The name of the game, do anything that you can to get the submission victory here. Time.
As that fight comes to a close, we really got to wonder who was more aggressive and who did the judges think was more aggressive. I really don't know how to score this one, but it was definitely an interesting matchup and very evenly matched as no one could find a submission on each other.
You're hearing it from Miles, the best in the business here in Saigon when it comes to analyzing grappling here. And myself, Kerry Wass, the voice of Vietnam Pro Wrestling, honored to be here again with everyone online. If you're just tuning in, I want to remind you once again, this is Saigon Superfights.
What an amazing matchup. Both fighters were very aggressive. One of them just prevailed. And it was such a good matchup. And I would like to see that again at some point, maybe on the next Saigon Superfights event.
Zach Crush, the matchmaker here today, ensuring that the people who are watching online now, or perhaps you're coming in later on today and rewatching the stream, you see the best matchups possible. That's what we're here to deliver here at Saigon Superfights. Pure entertainment, and to show the country of Vietnam and the world that Vietnam is the future of the grappling scene. Our next matchup, we actually are going to see a veteran from Lion Championship, MMA Mirko. This mitten is battle tested. He has fought many wars in Lion Championship. In fact, he's donning Lion Championship shorts today. For those of you unfamiliar, Lion Championship, the country's official MMA promotion, a growing scene here that is also home of Arena of Fighters and Gods of Martial Arts. Vietnam MMA taking off in a big way, and Mirko is facing Dao Minh Dung from D3.
This should be an interesting matchup. As Zach just mentioned, we have another under-18 fighter fighting on the card. At the age of 16, he's going to be taking on a former professional MMA fighter. This should be very interesting. We're going to see how it goes. Remember, the more aggressive fighter is going to be up on the cards. So we're going to have to see who pushes the pace and who is looking for that submission. Mirko pressures him against the ring, obviously using that previous MMA experience to hold him there and to try and look for some sort of foot sweep. It's a very interesting position, and he gets the takedown right past his guard. Mirko using that MMA, just top heavy pressure, waiting for him to make a mistake, looking for a submission. That top pressure coming in handy if he's got that knee over his shoulder, trying to pressure in to make him move or make a mistake so that a submission opens up. They are reset back into the middle. Our organizer, Zach Crush, very busy at the moment, trying to make everyone happy.
Nice soft control on here.
That side control is soft. It looks heavy. Although the younger opponent seems to do a good job of trying to move his hips around, trying to get out of there. Mirko using a knee on belly, but he's moved straight into his half guard. The bottom fighter not looking too comfortable here.
As mentioned earlier, Mirko, the more experienced of the two, a professional MMA fighter here in Vietnam, now competing in a grappling match. This is a man that has faced the fire in front of thousands here in Vietnam, now in front of hundreds, a packed house here today at Ram Muay Thai, a red-hot crowd, both literally and figuratively.
Both fighters are being reset back in the middle once again in that lovely Ram Muay Thai ring. We're going to see how this goes. It looks like a very interesting matchup. They're kind of stuck in a quarter guard position here, where his knee is free, but his foot is trapped. So he's not allowed full mount, but there we have it. He's escaped the full mount. The bottom fighter is going to need to look to roll over or to get his legs back in front of him here. We're going to see how this goes. Mirko's going to look for submissions on the top or to pressure him to try and take the back.
This match scheduled for 6 minutes.
Bottom fighter almost escaping there. He's pulled back by Mirko, straight onto his back.
Mirko maintaining control. Shout out to Dolphy Cafe being donned here on Zach Crush, the founder of this event's shirt. If you need a good cup of Java, you gotta go to Dolphy Cafe.
minutes, 30 seconds.
3 minutes, 30 seconds left. And the two fighters separate. They're back on the feet. Mirko's got that top heavy pressure. We've seen this multiple times today. Of that head and arm, we're trying to bring them down to the knees, trying to look for a dominant position from here. But when you're both standing up, what you really want to do is you want to free that head and you want to free that arm, keep his hips away from you, and try to get back to a wrestling stance where you can attack. Mirko drags him down to his knees. So aggressive. Looking for what the judges want. Mirko sprawling his hips so heavy. His hips are almost to the mat. Bottom fighter now tries to stand up. They separate, but Mirko shoots straight away, straight into the side of the ring. The younger fighter has one knee on the ground. He's going to try and stand up and make that space. But Mirko's MMA experience is going to try and keep him against those ropes and keep him in a position where he's jeopardized and where Mirko can be more aggressive. And he's going to try and prevent him from looking good in the judges' eyes, which is what the overall goal is here, other than to get a submission.
Miles, tell the crowd about the challenges about wrestling in a ring like this, a Muay Thai ring, traditionally not your traditional place to have these types of grappling matches. What are some of the pros and cons of trying to compete in this type of setting?
Well, of course, some of the pros is that your opponent can't just run away. They can't just roll out of leg locks. They can't just roll out of submission because you're going to hit some ropes and then they can't escape. The younger fighter proving his dominance, coming over Mirko, passing his guard. Well, he's still got that knee in place. And they separate. Some of the cons of this ring, though, is that if you're a defending fighter, it's going to be hard for you to get away. And if you're backed up against those ropes, there is not much you can do other than try to look for an escape. The two are backed up in the red corner right now. It's not visible on stream. They seem to be trying to work in for inside grips. Mirko takes down the younger fighter once again, really proving his dominance and that his experience in MMA is helping him heavily right now. Very impressive performance from the bottom fighter, showing that he is reliable and that he can resist against all of these attacks and Mirko's top pressure.
There's just something about experience. It's something you earn. It's something you gain over time. And as much as Dung, representing D3 today, is showing his heart and showing his ability to not simply wither under the pressure, at the end of the day, much of grappling comes down to the experience you have. And Mirko, clearly the veteran of the two, not to undermine Dung in any way, shape, or form. He is showing a lot of heart today. But Mirko really, really showing.
And he's really hunting that submission right now. You can see he had an arm before, and he's really trying to make sure this fight does not have to go to the judges' scorecards. Working very well, trapping that head, preventing him from standing up and getting to his knees.
20 seconds.
We're in the home stretch of this matchup.
10 seconds left.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is the end of it. A dominant performance from Mirko, but also such an impressive display from the younger fighter here, proving that he has what it takes to last 6 minutes with a professional fighter and prove that he's only going to get better from here.
The match is on the undercard today. 6 minutes in length. In our main card, 8 minutes. Zach Crush, the founder, announcing the winner. And it looks to be Mirko.
A great performance and a great display of why experience matters and how you really need experience to keep at a level where you can just dominate someone. But he did not get a submission in a submission-only tournament, which shows how tough his opponent was. They're only 16 years old, withstanding a professional fighter or a former professional for an entire 6 minutes where he was on top of him.
Miles, you said it perfectly. Many people his age, Dung's age, they're going to go back to school and they're going to say, what did you do this week? And they're going to say, I gamed. But not Dung. He's going to say, I faced a professional MMA fighter here in Vietnam, a seasoned veteran and a fully grown man. I may have took an L, but I've gained a lot of life experience. I think he's going to be sharpened from that experience. I think he's only going to get better from here. And I got to tip my cap to him for coming here today and bringing everything he got, because that is one hell of an uphill battle to face someone the level of Mirko.
And of course, all of this brought to you by Saigon Superfights, Saigon Saga, and Saigon Grappling Academy, along with Ram Muay Thai and Pure Bowls. Such an amazing event we have here, and it seems to only be getting bigger and louder. And the pressure in this room just seems to get hotter and hotter.
All right, our next match.
An amazing event here today.
I'm going to have to leave this fight all to you, Kerry, as I need to go and warm up for my own fight, which we'll see on soon. Good luck with this commentary.
Miles, I appreciate it.
I'll be back soon.
For those of you just tuning in, that was Miles, my colleague today here announcing for Saigon Superfights, the home of the best grappling in all of Vietnam, dare I say Southeast Asia and beyond. Tonight we're seeing a battle between two women. The first women's fight today.
And in the first one from Arcane Grappling. Let's go. Guys, this is the second time in history Saigon Superfights had a female match. It's going to be a very interesting match between two very talented female grapplers. Let's get in the hand right now before it starts.
For those of you who cannot hear, this is history in the making. That for the second time only in Saigon Superfights will we see women compete. Both women showing a lot of heart to be here today. One representing Arcane Grappling, and the other, Tao Dien. Both women coming out strong here today. The representative from the blue corner, top heavy, trying to get the mount. A nice reversal from the red corner representative. Much of the crowd on their feet here for this one. All excited to witness history in the making. Cell phones are out. Pictures are being taken. A choke locked in, it looks, from my angle. This is an unbelievable fight between two very game opponents who are here and fired up competing here today. I'm no expert on grappling. I am an expert on professional wrestling. But it looks to me like there's some level of a bulldog choke. I could be wrong, and for those experts online, feel free to correct me in the chat. An amazing turnout here today at Ram Muay Thai in D2. If you're at home right now and not far from where we are, make your way down here to Ram Muay Thai to come check out Saigon Superfights. We still have plenty on the card to go, including my colleague Miles, who will be in the main event of the prelims here today. We have nearly 20 matches ready to go here today. The crowd loving every moment of this amazing grappling card. $1 million V&D on the line. It looks like she's going for the leg. Looks like the blue corner might be trying to... Oh, a great roll from the red corner. A back and forth matchup. If I'm the judges, I have my work cut out for me in today's match. Very evenly matched. We have a star-studded event here today, a who's who of the grappling community, witnessing history in the making right now. Oh, and it looks like she's got an armbar, and it's over. My God. Shout out to Ronda Rousey. That's what we call an armbar. A finish here today from the fighter representing Arcane Grappling. The crowd is loving every minute of this. And only the second women's fight in the history of Saigon Superfights. A history-making moment. She goes by the name Jessie. You might not be able to see it, but she just put her sunglasses on, and she is indoors, which means she's telling the crowd at home she is one hell of a badass, and I'm loving it. Congratulations to Jessie. Today's fights have been going the distance, but Jessie ends up finishing the fight with an armbar. My name is Kerry Wass. If you're just tuning in, I can't say it enough. Saigon Superfights, the home to the best grappling in Vietnam. I am the voice of Vietnam Pro Wrestling, and we are about to witness this next fight is already underway. The contestant in the blue corner trying to pull guard, but gets taken down. It looks like we might have another finish. You can't see it, but I think there's a choke. He's out. He's out cold. He's choked out. He's out cold. He's out cold. This crowd is fired up. My God. He is back on his feet. I did not see that coming. I thought we'd see a tap, but that man went out as a warrior would go out. Unbelievable. The representative from the blue corner choking his opponent out cold, but his opponent leaving the ring. That was short. That was fast. And I'm going to say, I don't even know if this is an award, but if there was a nominee for submission of the day, I'm giving it to that guy. Now, if you're asking me, Kerry, why do you not know everyone's names? I'll tell you why. I got a list of names in front of me, and things are moving chaotically fast. So I'm just trying to keep up. But I can tell you one thing, unbelievable fight. In the background, you can hear Blink-182's song, Feeling It. And this crowd is feeling every moment of that submission. Unbelievable. The founder of this event, Zach Crush, in the ring, calling attention to the crowd.
Everyone's attention. Everyone quiet. Everyone quiet for 1 second, okay? Well, I know it's exciting to be in a grappling match, but at the end of the match, stay in the ring until you get your hand raised and until you get awarded, until the pictures are taken, okay? Is that fair? I know it's exciting, man. It's hard to stay still again. Okay? All right. All right. Winner by submission, Via Guillotine from Soy Jiu-Jitsu.
Congratulations to Dat with the guillotine submission. Founder of the competition, Zach Crush, telling the crowd, when you finish your match, don't leave the ring. Congratulations to Dat on that unbelievable. We're back.
We got a hell of a match next. Oh my God. Do you guys even know what's going to happen? All right, in the ring corner, we got the one and only Mirko. Mirko, where you at? Mirko. Mirko, we got two Lion Championship MMA veterans. In the blue corner, we got the one and only Armando. Armando, the most recent 77-kilogram Lion Championship champion. Go. Go, guys.
It looks like we have a battle here between two seasoned veterans. Mirko back in the ring. He wants it one more time. Armando versus Mirko. Oh! You have to appreciate the fact that Mirko steps up to face Armando. His second battle today. Again, both men, seasoned veterans in the fight game. But today, the rules of the game is grappling. And to get that victory, you're looking for a submission. Armando with the trip. Mirko trying to ensure he doesn't. Oh, strong positioning by Armando. The ref might be pulling them out of the corner a little bit too close to the ropes. Both men in position, center of the ring. We're here to see who is the true lion of the herd here today between these two men. On a side note, shout out to the DJ. This playlist is fantastic. If you like pop punk, then Ram Muay Thai is the place to be right now. But that aside, let's get back to this contest. Armando taking on Mirko, who's already had a competition here today. Mirko's already had a fight. So that might be working against him. But both contestants are game to fight it out and see who's the better man today. Mirko doing his best to try to shake Armando off. The ref might need to step in here and have them reposition as they're getting awfully close to the ropes. I can't quite see it. It looks like there might be a triangle. Oh, no. Armbar tap. Mirko taps and Armando takes a victory. From my angle, that looks like an armbar. Things are picking up here in Ram Muay Thai, where we are hosting the greatest grappling event in all of Southeast Asia. Saigon Superfights, and the winner is Armando. Woo! My hat's off to Mirko, competing twice today. That's a real warrior. Unbelievable event. For those looking through the camera, shout out to our cameraman right there. He's been filming all day. He is beat red in the face, sweating profusely. He is wetter than the Niagara Falls during a thunderstorm, but he is still filming away. The cardio king today is the cameraman. The song playing, some 41 in too deep, and that submission hold by Armando that you just witnessed, he was in too deep with that one, forcing Mirko to tap. Congratulations to Armando. That's 3 submissions in a row here at Saigon Superfights. And that's what people are here to see today. They want to see a finish. An unbelievable showing today. If you look around the room, you'll notice there are people from all across Saigon. I recognize a few faces. Again, I've said it once and I'll say it again. It's a who's who of the grappling community. We have MMA fans, we have grappling fans, we have pro wrestling fans in the house. We have everyone out here supporting the growing grappling scene here in Saigon. This event organized by Zach Crush, the founder of Saigon Saga, and the man who brought you Saigon Superfights 1 and 2. Today is the trilogy of that event, Saigon Superfights 3. The place to be. Yeah. Stay tuned. We have so much more to go.
All right. Our next fight. We got Napo from Muay Thai in the red corner. And in the blue corner, we trade from T3 Submission Grappling. You guys hear the words? Let's go. Now ready?
In our blue corner, we have Napo, and I believe he's facing Ivan. In the red corner, Napo, 2 years of experience, a white belt, medal winner. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in right now to Saigon Superfights 3. The opponent in the red corner with top control. Absolutely tree trunk legs on him. Napo doing his best. But now he's got top. Oh, no, not quite full mount, but looking for that full mount. Napo doing a good job of shaking him off. Great transition by Napo. The crowd right now is on their feet. It is an absolute scorcher in here today in Ram Muay Thai. A packed event. If you're interested in attending today's event, there's still time. We got many more matches to go. Come down here, grab yourself a Pure Bowl. Come join one of the most exciting communities here in sports in all of Vietnam. That's the grappling community, the mixed martial arts community, and the combat sports community here that we are forming, and that Saigon Saga is helping to cement in the annals of Vietnam's history. Ivan looking for a choke, picking him up by his neck and slamming him down. He's an absolute powerhouse. We're about halfway through this contest. Both men back on their feet. What an unbelievable back and forth.
I want to see some more. Let's go.
These men feeling the heat. And I mean that literally. It is warm in here, but they're... With the size of these two men, this is truly a war of attrition. Are we about to see another finish here? I cannot see from my angle, but it looks like the choke could be locked in. The ref keeping a close eye on this contest, as are the fans.
$15 seconds.
We're in the final stretch of this battle here today. An electric atmosphere.
Time, let's go. Time.
This one is going to the judges' scorecard. After a run of finishes, this one going to the judges.
Here we go. From a man who took a last-minute match. He was tired already. Took a last-minute match because the fighter didn't show up. The winner by unanimous decision for Grand Muay Thai is Napo.
Napo with the victory here today. Zach Crush, the founder of this event, articulated that he came in today last minute. He stepped up. The opponent did not show, but you know who did? Napo. That's what this man did. Don't take a nap on Napo. Don't sleep on a beast like him. Comes in here today, gets the judge's decision, leaves with the million V&D in hand. That could have even been 1.5 million. At this point, I'm not even sure. We're bouncing around, baby. We're bouncing around like kids in a castle. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in. If you're watching now or you're watching later, we want to thank you for being here with us today. Saigon Superfights, trying to make history, growing the grappling scene here in Vietnam. We have kids of all ages here. We have adults, we have competitors, we have fans. It is a packed house. We got DJs in the house.
All right, our next match.
We're getting into our next fight here.
From Arcane Grappling.
We got Nin from Arcane taking on Lap from Tao Dien.
Let's fight!
The match is starting off. Nin trying to pull Lap down. Both men jockeying for position. The goal today is to try to get a victory via submission. The winner leaves here a wealthier man. They get a cash prize of $1 million VND for the prelims and 1.5 million VND for the main card. This is considered one of our prelim matches. My name is Kerry Wass, the voice of Vietnam Pro Wrestling, and you're watching a match between Tao Dien versus Arcane Grappling. Both fighters extraordinarily aggressive here today. Jockeying for position, trying to see if they can find an opening. Today's event has been filled with top-level grappling of all different levels, and that's what it's all about. We've had fighters here today who've competed, having only competed 3 other times in their life. We've had fighters here with 4 years, 10 years, 13 years, 14 years of experience, multiple different degrees of belts. The main thing that we want to see from our fighters is bet on yourself. That's the moral. That's the moral of the story. Do you bet on yourself, both like these two gentlemen did here today? They put down their money, they came here to compete, and they're both vying to become a winner of $1 million VND. Amazing patience being demonstrated. The ref keeping a close eye on this match. Might need to pull the fighters back to the center of the ring depending on how close they get to the ropes. One of the challenges here today is that this is not necessarily a traditional place to host these types of grappling events. We're in a Muay Thai ring because we're at Ram Muay Thai in D2. It looks like he's cinching up what could be an arm bar. From my angle, he's looking to pull out the arm. The gritted teeth, unbelievable. Can he shake him off from that arm bar? Or is it, oh, it's nearly locked in. The crowd red hot. We can see Chelsea Machete Cashwell in the crowd yelling at her teammate. Of course, a champion Alliance MMA. Unbelievable. Both these men are back. The crowd loving every moment of this contest. At the start of today's event, Zach Crush. Oh! As I was saying at the start of today's event, the host of this event, Zach Crush, told the competitors, bring it. Go for the finish. And that's what both of these men are doing right now. Nin from Arcane looking like he really wants to pull in his opponent from Tao Dien. It's a chess match between these two. Oh! Both men looking for an opening. Did he lock his leg? Is it over? The flexibility on these two gentlemen and the back and forth of this match. The crowd. It looks like there might be a submission I can't see from my angle. We're down to the last 25 seconds. As you're witnessing at home, this contest has been back and forth. Neither contestant letting up here today. Both fighters, both warriors.
Reset. 16 seconds left.
16 seconds remaining in this fight. They're being reset. One of them has to pull out. It's time to go for broke, gentlemen. It's now or never. He's going for the Kimura. He's going for the Kimura. Is he going to get it? Seconds. Oh! What a fight. Both competitors deserve a round of applause for that fight. Whoever the judges have, that's hard to me. That's a toss-up. They both were going for it. Unanimous decision. From Tao Dien Jiu-Jitsu. La! The song in the background right now, My Chemical Romance, I'm Not Okay. If you were to be here live and feel the heat in this room, you would be saying the same thing. I am not okay. It is a hot one in here today. But everyone is loving the event. For those of you again tuning in, we are here together at Saigon Superfights 3. I'm Kerry Wass, the host of Vietnam Pro Wrestling, Vietnam's fastest rising sports entity. On August 19th, Vietnam Pro Wrestling presents Saigon Slam at VAIB Studio, 7 p.m. Get your tickets now. Visit flip.vn. If you want to see live entertainment unlike anything you've seen before, you got to come see Vietnam Pro Wrestling. Follow us on social media. But enough of that. It's back to Saigon Superfights. We're getting into our next match. This is Jacko representing Arcane, facing Bao, I believe. Oh! Coming out fast and strong. These guys are putting the super in the fight. These two men, two of the bigger fighters we've seen today on the card.
Full mount by Jacko.
Jacko in the full mount position. Never an ideal position for anybody in grappling to be in when you're underneath a full mount. Can Jacko finish this? From my angle, it looks like he might be going for an armbar. It's hard to tell. But his teammates willing him on. Very confident in his performance so far. Oh! Oh! Jacko almost with the finish there. It looked like he almost had the armbar. Founder Zach Crush casually looking on, looking at the crowd, enjoying the fruits of his labor. The hard work that goes into putting on this type of event, organizing it, is absolutely spectacular. An electric atmosphere here today. DJs, grappling, the best.
3 minutes.
3 minutes left in this matchup. Jacko been pretty dominant this entire matchup. But as we all know, in grappling, it's a game of inches. Both contestants back on their feet. Jacko slamming him down. Unbelievable takedown. Oh! Both of these gentlemen bringing their A game. For many in Vietnam, Sunday is a day of rest. But here at Saigon Superfights, Sunday is a day to fight. Jacko, a powerhouse in this match, but both contestants, again, bringing the fire today on this beautiful Sunday here at Ram Muay Thai. Jacko looking like he's... Oh! Oh! Is this the last resort for Jacko's opponent? 45 seconds left. The countdown is on. Another spectacular bout here today from Saigon Superfights. Oh, it's over. Jacko getting the victory today. Arcane. A good showing here today. Jacko wins, making the cash out sign.
Hey, DJ, Ollie. All right, we have one more match left on the prelim board. Hey, everyone quiet, please. We have one more match. Hey, listen. We have one match on the prelim card, and then we're going to take a 15-minute break, okay? Take a 15-minute break, okay? All right, in the red corner, we got Miles from Arcade Grappling.
My colleague today, Miles, about to compete here, representing Arcane.
The blue corner, Tree.
And Tree is his opponent from Panda Jiu-Jitsu. Miles still in high school. Panda. This is our main event of the prelims here today. After this, we'll take a 15-minute break. But Miles coming out strong. An aggressive start to the match. Miles, a brilliant mind in the world of grappling here. He is going for the finish, hot and fast today. Miles looking for a leg lock or a heel hook. Looks like a heel hook. Shout out to Paul Harris. Oh, does he got it? No. Both men looking to go for the heels. Miles fighting it off. They are both trying to take each other's ankles out. Miles pulling him in tight. Size-wise, both men very evenly matched. They're both looking for an opening in regards to each other's legs. Miles trying to pull his leg out using his foot. It looks like they both somewhat given up on that hold. No! Miles looking for his leg, trying to cinch it in. Tree trying to take the control from the top. Huge upper body, but Miles doing a good job of fighting that off. Continuing to focus on his legs. Oh, Miles with a heel hook, it looks like. The ref calling time to reset them in the ring. Miles holding the back of his head. I'm not sure what happened there. Perhaps there was a little bump. Both men being reset, and the fight is back on. Tree in full mount. Miles trying to shake him off with his hips. Miles, an absolute warrior, pushing him away off of a tree. What I love about this matchup is that these guys are both perfectly matched size-wise. Skill-wise, it looks like this is a perfect contest. And it goes to show you that we here at Saigon Superfights, a guy like Miles talks the talks and walks the walk. He's competing here and doing commentary. But it looks like Tree is going for the Kimura. Oh, does he got it? And it is over. A shout out to Miles bringing his best today. Got caught in the Kimura. A fantastic bout to end our prelims here today, where the winners leave here, with a 1 million V&D. Congratulations to Tree, the victor here today. An amazing contest. We're going to take a short intermission here, my friends. 15 minutes, stay tuned. We will be back very soon. enough if you can hear our amazing commentary, because what Robin and I are saying is pure gold. They call our voice the Midas touch of grappling.
Once you get that distract control, it's such a dominant position. Like you can ride your opponent's back like very, very. He's just pivoting around his opponent there to take his back. He's got the rear naked choke defense in there. Lovely back control. Really, really.
Was that a rear naked choke, it looked like? Another victory by submission. Another win for the camp. The Soy Mixed Martial Arts camp today here at Saigon Superfights. A jam-packed day of the best grappling in all of Vietnam here. We are now about to witness history. We have the third women's match in the history of Saigon Superfights. Chelsea Cashwell, the champion of Lions Championship, the best female fighter in the country. Her opponent was a no-show. So now she's calling out anyone in the crowd. She's looking for a new opponent. Will someone accept that challenge? Chelsea has articulated she is not afraid to lose, and anyone who faces her, hopefully in the main event, should not be afraid to lose either. Can't say the same for her opponent, who did not show up. No show. I won't name names, but whoever that person was, your new nickname is No Show. It looks to me like we are about to see a match between. Is this actually happening? Armando's back for a third time? Armando going for the hat trick. He's got stiff competition in front of him. We got a heavyweight battle, it looks like, here. Both men competing earlier today. The heat in this room, the fatigue from those previous matches. Will it be a factor small windows of opportunity. The story of this match so far is Armando controlling from the top. Again, both teams seem to have a clear mission, specifically Armando has a clear mission to victory. Whatever that might be, he's looking for it and kind of patiently waiting to go after a submission I'm sure that he's confident he can get. He's had quite a few different submissions today. We'll see what he pulls out of his bag of tricks here now. One minute remaining of this 8-minute match. Armando been in control for most of this fight. I feel like one of them has to kind of go for broke in this circumstance. So you gotta change it up. You gotta pull out something different. You gotta throw your opponent. And to give both to give both fighters their due, a round of applause. The crowd appreciates it. I mean, both of these individuals are competing more than once today. That is not an easy task to do, especially when so much is on the line. The winners leave with 1.5 million GND. I mean, you enter the Saigon Superfights. Your goal is to leave home with the money. There's a lot on the line. We'll see who the winner is. And my guess, I would say Armando, but we'll find out. Armando, 3 for 3 today. Most valuable player. I'm not a lip reader, but I can imagine Armando just said, no more matches, please. I've wrestled 3. I've competed 3 times. I've won all 3. What more can I do? It looks to me like Chelsea's coming back in the ring, which means she might have potentially found an opponent. Let's cross our fingers that it's not Armando for a 4th time. Okay. It's an intergender match. The crowd loves the spontaneity of this moment. Saigon Superfights. We do not give up. We roll with it.
I don't think this has ever happened before, other than right during the Saveliy here on the first CGI Invitational, you know. And that was like, I don't know if you know Gabby Garcia, but she is like a goat in the female grappling world, you know, ADCC champion, world champion. Craig Jones is quite a phenomenal male athlete. And Ty here
She comes out and she fires on all cylinders. And this is a fun contest, the first of its kind, I believe, for Saigon Superfights. Two Saigon superstars battling it out in an intergender match. Hopefully the ref can shimmy to the left so you folks at home, the thousands of you, dare I say millions, watching right now can see this epic contest. What are the strengths? You said you've rolled with both these people. What are the strengths of both of these competitors?
Like if you don't stop Chelsea, she's just gonna keep on coming forward. And I've seen Ty compete before. I believe he also he may have won the tournament, did he not? And in the last Saigon Super Fight, and he almost got they're going for it. Fair play.
Out of nowhere, too, if you look on your screen, like the paparazzi seem to have come out. The cameras are out. People are excited about catching this one, where we have two local stars competing in a grappling match. And as you said, Chelsea, I mean, her nickname is the Machete. She's a champion in Lions Championship. She comes out guns a-blazing every time she competes. But I love what Kai is doing. And Kai's saying, it doesn't matter your gender. We're out here to have a fight. That's why it's called Super Fights. And they're just both bringing it because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what gender you are. A fighter's a fighter. And I love that this is happening.
Chelsea's handling her own, you know, like she's defended the rear naked shoulder, she's defended the armbar, like she's defended the foot numerous times. And like I say, if you don't stop Chelsea, she's just going to keep going forward. She's a hustler, you know, she's got that heart, she's got that dog in her, she's got like a good position now to pass the guard and go to mount if she's able to free her right leg. But I just had some really good control, you know. So let's see if Chelsea's able to keep that shoulder pressure and get her leg through. Oh, some lovely pummeling there, but she's gone into the close guard of Kai. He did a beautiful bridge at the right moment and anticipated her movement there.
Both of these superstars not shying away from the showmanship. What I love about this match is that this is something that no one saw coming here today. It was never on the cards. It ended up being made at the last minute, and it might be the match that people leave talking about most. And that's what we do here at Saigon Super Fights. You never know what you're going to get. Even if we show you the card in advance, sometimes surprises pop up, and they're even better than what we had planned for you, just like this match between Kai and Chelsea Machete.
Going for the triangle there, but he's not got the arm before he's able to pass. Let's go, Chelsea! Mount there! And then break into close guard.
before this bout, Chelsea was standing in the ring and she said to the crowd, a crowd that is screaming and cheering her on, she said, I'm not afraid to lose. You know why? Because you don't win or lose, you win and learn. And today we all learned that Chelsea Cashwell is a warrior. For those who didn't know, now you know. A shout out to Kai for stepping up, for allowing Chelsea to compete in front of her family, her friends, people who have come all the way from District 7 right here to Ram Muay Thai in D2. Everybody is thrilled with that match. They put on quite the show, but most importantly, they demonstrated the most important thing, which is this. You show up and you bring your best. You don't no-show. You don't no-show. Hats off to those two competitors. I mean, to everyone here, that felt like the people's main event. An unbelievable event so far today. The crowd elated at what they just witnessed. An unexpected treat presented by Saigon Superfights. I cannot speak more highly of Chelsea Machete Cashwell putting herself in the line of fire by saying, I will face anyone that wants to step up. And she did it. Unbelievable spirit. Fantastic. The buzz in the room is electric. A day jam-packed with fight after fight after fight.
We've got a double battle.
The music's blaring, the crowd is on fire, and we have Abdel facing Min. Abdel trying to pull guard, rocking a mullet and an amazing goatee. billions. It is now time for the main event. Mirko from Lions Championship introducing. We have Michael Cox taking on the organizer of this event, Zach Crush, in a match between two gentlemen who helped co-organize this event. They are brothers, but today they are warriors. They are going to compete here in our main event, the final match. Again, once again, thank you for everyone who's tuned in and making Saigon Superfights the home of Vietnam's best grappling. Let's get into it.
I've trained with both Michael Cox and Zach Crush, and they both got really good wrestling orientated games. Michael Cox has taught me so much in terms of underhook control with my wrestling, how not to go, how to defend the back foot, fireman's carries and things like that, how to sit on the outside rather on the inside. So they're going through it. Very wrestling orientated guys, both of these men. So it'll be good to see who goes for this takedown here. Michael also has a wicked Z guard. If he does so, his jiu-jitsu is very, very well diverse. With he's got solid Kimura control. When I first came over to train with Michael, he was wearing a neck brace, and like he came to train wrestling every day with a neck brace on. He is an absolute animal, you know. Like no matter how hurt he is, he will still go to the training room. And he's a real, genuine, hard-working athlete. You know? So this is going to be a really good match.
As you've just articulated, Michael Cox, animal, Zach Crush the same way. Crush versus Cox, the battle of the bulls. Both of them all smiles during the event today. Hugs, high fives, cheers, and beers. Well, not beers, but maybe after the show. But you get what I'm catch my drift. They are buddies, but right now, as we watch them collide, they are anything but friends. They are both going at it. They both want to prove to the crowd here today, a packed house, who the real king of the hill is.
Nice shot from Michael Cox there. That was a nice shot from Michael. I believe these two gentlemen had a fight on Thursday, just gone this week. I think Zach won by decision. Decision. Zach Chris took it by decision.
both men just fell outside the ring. I come from the world of pro wrestling. That is what we love. They're high-fiving back in the ring. It doesn't matter. These guys will take it onto the streets if they have to. They both want the victory. Bow on the gift that is Saigon Superfights. Today's date, March 16th. Mark it in your calendars as history was made. Saigon Superfights 3. We saw for the second time only a women's battle. We saw the first intergender match. We saw some of the most amazing submissions. We saw someone get choked out with a rear naked choke. We saw armbar, the submission hold of the day. We saw people from all levels come here and compete. A packed house here today at Ram Muay Thai. Another outstanding event. And now in our main event, we have two of the best in the city. Two gentlemen who are responsible for coaching many of the individuals that you see compete today. And all across the city, they look up to the mentors, the godfathers, if you will, of the grappling scene, Michael Cox and Zach Crush. We are about to find out the decision of our final match here today. But what an unbelievable event from start to finish. Over four and a half hours from what I gather of grappling content. And the winner of this match is... They call it a draw. Thank you to everyone who was watching here today. Saigon Superfights 3 presented to you by Saigon Saga. Thank you to Ram Muay Thai for hosting us here today. Thank you to all of the sponsors who supported this. The final word goes to the man of the hour, Zach Crush.